Oh, sorry to hear that on your local repeaters. So, you were thinking about putting a nodeless node in the cloud, and oddly, Vicki and I were just emailing. So, you wanted to put an Allstar node in the cloud. Do tell.
Yeah, this is KE2FX. So I have a lot of half-baked ideas, and it's the old George Carlin line. I have a lot of ideas. The problem is half of them stink. So, I really don't care for all of these devices, all these Raspberry Pis, these Linux boxes, everything that people are building. I really don't like the exposure just raw to the internet. I'm gonna drop here and I'll come right back. This is KE2FX. So I just want to be able to do some local controls. What I mean is, and this is very specific to, I think, more local clubs, and I'm using way too many words, but I don't want stuff exposed to the internet, bottom line. Back over to you, Fred. Did that make sense?
Alright. So why would you want to put a node in the cloud?
So a node in the cloud can be accessed and managed remotely from almost anywhere in the world. And so if I've got a physical location that has a computer that has some sort of issue because of some sort of external incident, I might not be able to get to that site. And so your system is down or your connectivity is down for as long as you can get to that site. And everybody's so secretive about where all everybody's repeater sites are, nobody really knows where they all are, so then you can't really go and have a lot of people with a lot of keys to go into your site. So I would prefer to have the management in the cloud easily repairable and recoverable from new technology. Over?
Sorry I had to wait for my own node to ID. Yeah, I can understand why you're having difficulty wrapping your head around this.
The thought for me is that a lot of this bubble chart is a lot of interactive and interconnectivity. So there really isn't any reason why I can't have a node behind a firewall reach out and connect to another node somewhere on the internet. And maybe it doesn't have to be in the cloud. Maybe it's just a better space that is easier managed. And at that point in time, that node, excuse my cracking voice, I'm only almost 50, that can then make the connection to anything else or be the connection for other pieces and parts of people, like if you had club members that wanted to connect over Allstar or Echolink. And that's kind of where I'm looking at it. Over.
I thought I'd kick in there in the middle of it, but yeah, that's an interesting idea, Dustin.
And New Orleans, try to jump in there, I saw on the Listen Live, look at the read. Fort Lauderdale, do you have a comment? Over. Myself, and what you're achieved is perfectly achievable. I did it myself, and it makes perfect sense.
And yeah, you can access it through the virtual portal, which will be accessible once you have a virtual machine, and you can access the terminal right over your phone, and you can make the CLI commands and whatever you need to do right from your phone.
So much. That's what I've been testing. That's what I've been experiencing. I still would like another layer of management and security from the management perspective of running those commands. And I think that's where VPN and tunneling and some other stuff happens for the management side. But I want as very little exposed to the internet. This is KE2FX. Fred, did that make sense? KC40. Oh gosh, Fred, I'm sorry. Fred and Reno, go ahead.
Actually chatting with KQ4UPK, Chris in Florida, and I'll turn it back to him. KK70GC, I'll be on the site.
What you mean by how it is, if your node number is going to be listed in the Allstar thing, and you don't want to allow certain connections, then I just suggest that you do a simple thing and just learn the commands, the pseudo commands, to only allow certain connections through your UDP, and it's going to be quite an extensive thing you have to do, but it's perfectly capable on a Unix firewall.
Appreciate that. I think what I'm saying here is that the only ports I want exposed on the internet are the ports required for Allstar and Echolink. And anything that's required for the management side, meaning SSH or any other type of controls, I do not want exposed to the raw internet. I want another layer of protection there. And I know it adds complexity, but I think it's the most secure.
Or to something that's a nice long-digit number, or a combination of them, and then you're secure.
E2FX. I appreciate that thought logic. It doesn't normally add up or protect you by using the higher ports instead of the common ports. The obfuscation of that is not as great as people think it is. So it's just the way I'm approaching this is not do the obscureness, is to just completely lock it out and only have certain management. This is KE2FX. I hope that made it clear.
Seems like it would be very difficult to find out your information even when connected. I mean, like you'd have to be a super hacker, dude. That's just the way I feel.
Understand your position. Kind of looking at it different eyes. So yeah, so that's just been what I've been looking at. Fred and Reno, I just want to throw it back to you. Did any of what I was trying to convey kind of click in the craziness of what I'm trying to get involved in? Over to you, Fred.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. Yeah. Firewalls are fun.
Well, Fred, I really thank you for coming back to me, and I still missed the call sign from the gentleman in Florida. I appreciate this discussion, but I have landed at my destination. So this will be my final for this evening until I can not have anything else to do. This is KE2FX. Thank you guys for coming back. This is my final, and I'm out. Over.
Yeah, KQ4UPK, Fred. Yeah, I don't know. You guys a bunch of super hackers? Because that's what I got from when you responded to him. That's I don't know, but the information is very secure on a server. No information that's that's going to be given away unless he uses. Somebody hacks his password for his cloud server host and, is able to hack into his running, in the cloud. I don't know. It seems a little far-fetched, but I don't mean it. It's just, in my mind, from what I know, with my knowledge, I don't know. I hear paranoia.
And what he's trying to do, and, set up a radio-less node in the cloud that he can manage. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
I can manage it any way I want. I can connect to anything I want and manage any connection that I want, however I want.
Click on one of his links, it'll take you to other stuff that he likes to play with, and then from there you can get his email address.
Interesting conversation, and I won't take it no further than that. But yeah, let me do some homework on that. And we will get back together on that, and I'll send you an email and let you know. All right, we'll have that little meeting on Zoom, and we'll get it taken care of. That's completely. I know what you're doing. I know what you're trying to do, and we're going to try to do it without a hotspot, and it's possible. Truly, I know it is.
All right, Chris. Anyway, check out KE2EFX on QRZ and then click into his links. He likes to play with projects too, and they're kind of cool. Anyway, Chris, KQ4UPK from KK70GC, I'll be on the side. It's not a now thing, Chris.
So, yeah, when we get there, we get there. KQ4UPK to KK70GC, thank you, and 7-3s, and I'll be on the side. And if you want to shoot me an email before we talk again, if not, I'll catch you back on the radio. Talk to you later.
Bye.